like our logo, and then it just fades into us already like engaged in conversation like this.
It feels important.
Yes.
It feels like overthrowing a small South African nation.
Yeah, they teach you how to do that in SEAL school.
They teach you how to do that in American college.
Yeah, nothing you can't find on Amazon. A handbook. There's a lot of guides. You can go buy a Ranger handbook, and you could probably overthrow a small South American government.
It's all it takes. Oh, don't worry. That'll loop right back around into something cool looking.
Yeah.
Give it 2 seconds.
No, this isn't too bad. I like it. It's
And we're back.
Welcome back to American Deathcamp, everybody. King Tanner shot out of a cannon today.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, he drank all the American Deathcamp, the Deathcamp espresso. So, but he's got his nice American Deathcamp mug, you see.
Where could I get a second American Deathcamp
dude,
mug?
you can go to our Streamlabs. We've got a merch site, okay? And it's actually really freaking cool. It's all red. It's like lava red colored. It's got all of our stuff up. You can get stickers, get this mug. There's hats, there's shirts, long sleeve. Oh, there's a hoodie. Okay, nobody else has something like that.
Nobody. They're soft. They're plush.
Yes, I'm gonna keep them up for as long as I can until I come up with cooler ideas. Okay, so get them while you can, because once I think of something way cooler than just our logo on a clothing item, that shit's out the window. Okay. Yo.
Well, I've been thinking about one thing and one thing only.
What's that?
The return of gross shit to this program.
Yeah, like, do you mean like bodily sounds, or like, you mean the subject matter?
The subject matter,
Okay.
and I really mean the dark
You know, like
underbelly
fart
of
jokes or
humanity.
Okay.
We've never really done fart jokes.
Yeah, not too much.
Could
really.
we try it?
We could do that a little bit.
Could we see how long? I want to. Could you close your eyes?
Yeah, I'll close.
I just want to see how long it takes you to laugh.
Maybe the
at
audience can do
something.
this too, guys. You can close. As you're watching the show, close your eyes.
Don't worry, it's
Yeah.
it's edited now.
Oh yeah. Shout out to our editor, Shapeshifting Squirrel. Shout out to Shapeshifting Squirrel. Go check out his YouTube. He's gonna be editing our show. Okay. Yes, we've got a crew. Okay. There's real people working on this show. Everybody. Okay. All right. Are we ready for this? Should I close my eyes again?
Yeah.
Whoa! I didn't close them fast. It burned my eyes. That's why he wanted me to close them.
You didn't even make it through one fart without laughing. Which is the okay.
I can't. Not in this context. Now I get why those try not to laugh challenges are tough.
Yeah.
You know, because not only like you could watch that video privately and probably not laugh because you're focusing. On. The pressure's on. You got cameras and lights on, dude. You know, I'm about to start making these sounds myself, dude. It's got like the yawning effect. My tummy is rumbling right now, dude.
Have you seen this?
Have
you seen this, folks? Have you heard about this?
Oh, this is beautiful. I'm glad that you brought this up because I almost grabbed this clip because I just thought it was kind of a cool behind the scenes thing and like look at Leslie Nielsen. Talk about a man who can never be serious or drop the veil.
Oh, never. I love it.
We were talking about Bob Weir earlier, not dropping his Grateful Dead.
I don't know whether I can do this. I'll do the best I can, though.
All right. We're getting near lunch, and I know you're a little...
Well, it was the salmon. Sometimes you just get a wrong piece of salmon.
Was that you?
Well, I don't see anybody else in here who's going to be doing it. Excuse me. But you can show it. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. These things don't bother me.
I love that.
All right. Well, then we'll start now. Then we'll begin.
Did you hear the starter pistol? Keep your ears open.
All right. Now we'll begin.
That's for me too, right? I'm beginning.
Just a quick pop.
This is us trying to start the show.
Talking with Leslie.
That's
Yes.
good.
Plays the
That's
president.
actually funny.
Yes.
What's different about you and the real president?
Nothing, just maybe one or two things.
Squirrel, you can start anywhere around here.
You're going to be great.
You're doing good, kid.
No, I wanted to keep this serious.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's tremendous.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted to keep this serious.
That is so genius.
I'm not. Red Letter Media doesn't need more fucking ink.
Yeah, they got enough going on.
Yeah.
They
You
can
guys.
produce their own fart machine content.
Yeah, call us when you want to call us. All right.
Yeah, when you guys are ready to collab and we can talk about some terrible movies or some bullshit I found on Internet Archive, then get a hold of us, okay?
Oh, speaking of, man,
We'll,
is that on the agenda today? The Satan video?
I don't know. I don't know if the Satan video is on the agenda, but I do have something else on the agenda. We were just talking about men who have to keep up their imposter mask, right?
Ooh,
Who've got to
yes.
keep living their experience. See, now Leslie Nielsen is a guy that can get away with that. Okay, he's allowed to do that because it is all for good and fun. And he even says in there, like, I know what this is. I know what I'm doing. I don't care. At least he admits it. But there are other men, other entertainers who will not admit it and get to the ripe old age of Leslie Nielsen, and they will still act, they'll still play that character.
What the hell are we talking about?
Yes. I need some timpani, obviously. I'm building it up myself. Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead. Are you guys Deadheads? I'm going to get a lot of hate for this from the Dead community and the Fish fans.
Dude, I got this. I got a lot of parking lot friends, man.
I believe it. So I don't know what's going on with them because I'm not a Deadhead, but there's something going on where they're doing the rounds for interviews. It's some big anniversary. CBS Sunday Morning had the guys that are left alive in the band, and I just thought this particular question with Bob Weir was interesting.
I had a dream not long ago. In the dream, Jerry comes to me and he says, "Listen, I'm going to invite a song in to meet you. I want you to meet this song." The song was like kind of like a great big sort of ethereal English sheepdog.
Like Jerry?
And then we started singing it, a jazz duet. What
Jerry.
that dream did was it
he's just dreaming
solidified
about
in
Jerry,
me the notion that, yes, when we play the songs, they're living things.
Uh-oh.
They come and visit our world, and they come through us.
Okay.
What happened to the sheepdog song that you and Jerry sang? Did
what did
it take life?
I'm still chasing that one.
I believe that.
Bobby, is Jerry still?
I think, Bob Weir was sipping on too much dream juice in the 60s, if you know what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
One too many trips around the block. Okay, these dreams are, Tanner, these episodes that we do, these are alive. Okay, these episodes that we bring you guys, these are living things, okay? We can't neglect them. Okay, it's our duty and responsibility to take care of them and share them with the world and give them life.
I'm worried we don't think we're important enough.
Is that what that is? Is him being like, this is important, right?
It's very,
I'm
and I
doing
have
important
secret
stuff.
knowledge about the universe because I'm Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead.
That's kind of what
I'm
I
like
get.
a lower flying deity.
I do get that I'm a shaman vibe a little bit from these guys. you
Yeah.
know? I
Yeah,
mean,
all
when
these-
they've made so much money off of it, and they're still living this. And what you didn't notice in that interview too is he's sitting Indian style in that wicker chair with no shoes on, which is a totally Rick Rubin move.
Yeah, what a dick.
Yeah. Just not even for a second does that mask drop the veil of Deadhead. Whatever it is. Whatever he is.
I love watching Rick Rubin like broadcast out of his wholesome working man's $2 million Winnebago.
Yeah, I love that he acts like he's the dude from Big Lebowski sometimes. Like he's that cool and like.
Well, it's the
nothing-
inventor of hip hop.
Yeah.
Well, it's
he
the
was,
inventor.
wasn't he?
Dude, you invented hip hop like Al Gore invented the fucking internet. Eat my cock.
Because what was his thing? What didn't he do like rock bands and like the underground like hardcore scene? And then he was like, wouldn't it be genius if I produced these like hip hop artists? Isn't that the whole thing?
well,
and then he
I-
started working with all these different kinds of artists.
Well, I don't really know what he was doing before he started Def Jam in his dorm. That's the
'Cause
story
I
everyone
think
gets.
that's how that started. Is he was recording, and then people were coming to him, and he has a very unorthodox way. Yeah, I'm not selling his story very well, but go buy his book.
Yeah. Hey,
Go buy his book. There's a
Rick Rubin,
Anderson
suck
Cooper
my
interview.
cock and enjoy the book sales.
yeah.
I'm kidding. I like Rick Rubin.
I know, he's one
done
guy
good
I
work.
would-
He's done amazing.
No,
work.
I talk lowly of Rick Rubin, but he's actually amazing.
He's like probably like the one producer we could point to who's like not been to a baby oil party. But did you
Yes.
let the Wu-Tang Clan smoke PCP in front of you? That's on you, bud.
Yeah, I'm
Did
sure
it
he
happen? I don't know. I don't know if he was ever in the same room as Old Dirty
For the
Bastard.
flow of creativity, I'm sure he let a lot of things fly.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got to sacrifice this baby or I can't write.
That's how System of a Down's first album was recorded, actually. Yeah. Serge talks about picking a book up off the shelf. It was really a baby.
I picked the baby up off the shelf and we just went to town, man.
We need to go to my baby room. Rick,
gonna-
do you play any instruments? No.
No.
I know babies, so.
The sinew of thieves, babies, and otherwise undesirables. We beat on them like drums.
This is all going to lead into something. I promise. Terry Crews does a live stream. By the way.
I've seen this. I love this clip.
Yes, this is classic.
I'm a big fan of this
I
clip.
like when
Very
the
funny.
world of Terry Crews and like conspiracy theory collide. That's an interesting thing.
$15 from Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski in the house. Wow. That's the Unabomber. Oh man, wait a minute. Yeah, that is the Unabomber just gave us $20.
He's so wholesome. Like he's even like dude. He's one of the most endearing qualities about Terry Crews is how great of a dad he comes off.
Oh yeah, well, nobody else could have played off the Ted Kaczynski Unabomber donation like he did. Coming back from that,
Fucking pro shit.
we'll just make it a joke. Terry Crews has been through the ringer though. You know?
He's having your cock groped by a executive. Unnamed executive is not an easy business.
Yeah, people were clamoring for the names of the Epstein list. I want the names of the people who abused Terry Crews.
Yeah.
That's what they should release. They need to release. I bet I could get people behind me on this. They need to release the Terry Crews abusers' names, and they need to release the Brendan Fraser abuser name. Okay, we need to start normalizing naming people and not naming just a certain religion of people. We need to name actual abusers.
No, it's
guys.
all Jews.
Yeah. Stop
every
naming
Jewish
them and just
person.
name abusers. It doesn't matter their religion or nationality. If they're a bad person, name them.
We're in such a dark place right now with
I know.
humanity. It's so fucking dumb.
I'm trying to make light. I'm trying to
It's
direct
so
people
funny.
into the right.
It's so easy, guys.
You
Just
know?
like read books.
Yeah, direct your anger and hostility and aggression towards things that help and towards the right things.
Right, and there's so many right things.
There is healthy ways to do that stuff.
So
Okay,
many.
you guys. Speaking of another crazy person that killed some people, besides the Unabomber, Ed Kemper. Are you an Ed Kemper fan?
No, I know we have that speaking convention, but no.
Yeah, famed Star Wars audiobook narrator.
Are you dog shitting me?
Oh, you didn't know that, did you? He did that. He narrated some Star Wars stories, like some C-3PO stuff. I don't know exactly what he read, but he did read some. The company paid him.
Voices?
I think he did do some voices. I'll have to find the. I'll have to find the clip of him doing that. This is all news stuff. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, go look up Ed Kemper Star Wars
He
audio.
doesn't have any living victims, does he?
No.
Okay, good.
yeah,
Okay, fine.
I think everyone that was affected is gone. So.
Ed Kemper eHarmony commercial.
So besides the audiobook claim to fame, he was chosen to do a eHarmony commercial. This is good. You need to play that. Oh yeah, play that. I saw Ed Kemper in a eHarmony commercial.
Again, it's awful.
At eHarmony, we use a scientific system to help you find someone who's looking for someone like you.
I was just such a dork, taking her to a John Wayne movie and Denny's.
All you have to do is be honest about yourself, and then you take care of the rest.
I'd never been on a date, you know? I was locked up since I was 15. But I can't tell her that.
At eHarmony, our process is designed to
Oh
elicit
my
your
God! I
true
can't tell her
self.
I'm
that.
sitting there with a severed head in my hand, talking to it. Literally, I'm about to go completely flywheel loose.
Why do I have egg on my face?
Find that one person that is going to appreciate you and love you
Yes,
passionately
appreciate Ed
for
Kemper.
who you really are.
I am a human being, and I killed human beings. And I did it in my society.
eHarmony.com. Visit us today.
So great.
My first date was an absolute
Yes.
disaster. Boy, she could never talk to
Shout
me
out.
again. It was awful.
Yes.
At eHarmony, we use a scientific system
Okay.
to help you.
Shout out to Breakfast Serial Killer. Breakfast Serial Killer has been doing a series of these prolific serial killer edits. That's a good one. I have another one. Do you want another one? We got another one in there.
Sure, man.
Yeah, I'm about to go fly loose.
Wait, what's this one?
Just type in Ed Kemper. There should be two.
No. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So actually, The Notebook. Do you remember who wrote The Notebook? It's
Nicholas
Nicholas
Sparks.
Sparks. Yes, he actually wrote that about. He took Ed Kemper's life story and he manipulated it a little bit.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Didn't know if you knew that.
One of my favorite tricks back then was to go out and lay in front of in the cars, in the traffic. I'm walking down the sidewalk with a friend, it's a roustabout friend. And we're clowning around about something, and I'll say, hey, check this out. And I'll go lay in the street, like a stiff. I'll lay in the street like I got run over. And a car comes driving by, and of course I'm expecting this guy isn't drunk. I'm expecting this guy isn't slightly demented and say, hey, there's a kid laying in front of me. Yeah, it's his fault. Boom, boom, you know, just shift gears going over me. You know, I laugh now because it's embarrassing.
Yes.
I played with death. One of my favorite tricks back.
I tangoed with the icy grip of the afterlife.
Yeah, we danced with the devil.
And the pale moonlight.
Yeah. I like this romanticization of Ed Kemper's story more than I like the romanticization of Ted Bundy's or Dahmer's.
Oh, dude.
Ed Kemper really pulls on the heartstrings.
Dude, it's been a rough couple of weeks for thirst trapping after mass shooters, hasn't it been?
Oh, my, yes. That's why I'm going
or
back.
Should I say unconventional marksman?
Yeah, I like this is all. I'm old school. I like serial killing instead of mass murdering.
I'm a little vintage with my tastes.
Yeah, with my killing, I like them hunting individuals down.
I like it when they're hunted like prey.
Yes,
like fucking you fucking ghouls.
Manhunter.
Well, there's just no sport in how people are doing it now.
You know, he just needed love. Okay.
Yeah,
he needed some. You know what? He needed a father figure to. This is how you treat a lady.
That lines up a little too well. That'd be very weird if someone organically thought of that twice. I mean, maybe he was childhood friends with Ed Kemper.
That could be a possibility. You take his story and then you just set it back 45 years.
Yeah.
But give it a happy ending.
Exactly.
And he didn't kill any of the women.
Yeah, it's like, what if Jeffrey Dahmer just like was a successful like gay socialite?
Oh, this is the timeline I want to be in, where these mass murderers actually like.
Or what if Hitler gets into art school?
Yeah,
Hitler in college.
Yeah, just let him be an appreciated painter. Okay.
That would be so fucking
Recognize
funny.
him as a war hero and an accomplished artist.
People are always like, he wasn't even good at painting. And I'm like, that's really not the point of the thought experiment, is it?
Yeah. That's also not true.
Yeah, he was fine.
You got to admit, I mean, he
wasn't exactly Bob Ross, man.
Yeah, if you show... No, very true. But, I mean, Bob Ross also a very controversial painter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, no, that's the thing is like
style.
people thought he was dog shit. I mean, if you were like classically trained, you kind of thought Bob Ross was like nothing to look at.
Absolutely.
And I'm not classically trained, but I find Bob Ross to be like fun and a
very
great introduction to representational painting. This is where people start tuning out of the show. Please add monster trucks, little pictures of monster trucks and explosions.
Yes. Demolition derby.
Derby footage. Just cut in derby footage right now.
Yeah, Adam, cut in some derby footage all of a sudden. Dude, he's gonna do that. Cut in derby footage. Mud wrestling. You know, instead of stealing that Chuck Norris bit, you should just say this and then just I like that. That's a lot more fun.
Pull us out of any situation.
Oh, that's so good. Is we can just be like, yo, play this, pull this out. I like that. You hear that, Adam? We're talking to him.
My favorite thing about Twitter right now is you can get Grok to just like say words, which is like unheard of for AI. They never get the text right on stuff.
Oh, it speaks?
No. Sorry. You can get it to like put text on stuff. So you can make celebrities wear funny t-shirts, which is mostly what I do.
Now. Okay. And that's Twitter's AI thing. Okay. I haven't fucked around with any of that. So it's
all
new to me.
It's middling.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
There.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had to use it much. I used to chat GPT for like programming stuff quickly, and that's like a fucking sitch. I fucking love that shit.
That is the one thing I can't appreciate about our times in technology is that it's cool to watch the technology like get there. We see it. We've watched AI be primitive. You know, I mean, throw the cliche Will Smith eating pasta video compared to one they make now. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool to see all the applications you could do. 11 Labs is really crazy cool.
Oh yeah, dude, Sora just dropped. I haven't gotten to play around with that yet.
Oh, you mentioned that. You were thinking about getting Sora.
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking I might.
What all can you yeah, for Christmas, guys, buy King Tanner Sora, okay?
Please go to the Streamlabs.
Yes, go to the Streamlabs and donate for us to get Sora, please. You can donate to the show too, but you can just buy some merch and then you get something too, okay? So go check that out. That'll be in the description at some point, I believe. And there's a Patreon.
Do you believe in love, Stone Fox Detroit?
I do. Did you see Ed Kemper? He was a man searching for love. I do believe in love.
He was just looking for love in all the wrong orifices.
All the wrong organs.
You can't make an orifice. You can't force love.
We're all looking for love in all the wrong organs.
Ed, I need to see you in my orifice.
Ed, my orifice. Yeah, we're living in the timeline where Office is called Orifice.
We've looked at 4 video clips. I love it.
Yeah, it's like the Sound of Thunder. We stepped on a butterfly and we come back, and now certain words are changed phonetically. There's very subtle changes, you know. Biden got reelected.
Everyone.
He ran again.
Everyone's really into mariachi music.
Oh, dude, that is not the timeline I want to live in. Sorry, guys. I'm not a if there's no horn section, I could do it.
It's the horns? It's like, is this why you don't like ska?
It's the horn. No, you know, I can deal with that. It's the horns in mariachi music, and a lot of that is just too much for me. There's too much going on, guys. It's too in your face.
¿Qué?
Yeah, ¿qué? It wasn't for me. I'm sorry, guys.
Gringo es loco.
There's some things in life that you have to say, I'm not a fan, and that's one of the ones I chose.
Come on.
Get the Mexican bee from The Simpsons. I like him. If we can have him walk out sometimes and say something, that would be an interesting mascot. I don't think anybody scooped him up yet.
You know what I just learned?
We were going to give him a contract on the show.
The Nostalgia Critics on Cameo. I want to buy a Cameo so bad. I had a buddy of mine get one from Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah.
I want one really bad.
You want one of those, a Cameo?
No, I mean, it's just
Cameo
not from him. I want to use him for a project.
Oh, yeah, this is a thing too, and I don't mind pulling back the curtain a little bit on production stuff and like doing bits and pranking people. Buy cameos from famous people if you want to do an interview with them, and just like in your writing, like just make it statements and stuff, like the answers to your questions, and then just cut it up. You got to put in some real stuff in there to make it seem like it is a real message, but you can't get an interview.
Cut it out like ransom note style from the audio.
Cut and paste. Yeah, it works.
And make sure it's in the right part of the sentence so you get the inflection you want. This is crucial. If you get 15 seconds of uninterrupted audio, that deep fake is right there.
And you have to cut. You have to cut back to you, cut back to the video, the Cameo video. It works.
And remember, the people that handle their money just like know them from their voice. So,
well, and most of these people too run their own Cameo accounts, because usually like famous people have other people running like Instagram,
but Cameo's just
TikTok.
On your phone.
Yes, exactly.
It's bullshit. Like collect $50.
So
it's
you
gas
know,
station money.
Yes. So like when Gilbert Gottfried was doing it when he was alive, he would see he would go right to his phone. You know,
my daughter needs braces.
You pay $4.99 to send a message. By the way, you can send text.
I saw Chevy Chase last week.
Yeah, talk about that. Yeah, you saw Chevy Chase. Adam, put a picture of Chevy Chase up here.
Well, he's senile. I'm kidding. He's very fucking sweet. It was very clear to me that he was not aware anybody liked him. And he was very shocked he like sold 1,000 seats.
Which says something, by the way. That's what I was kind of saying earlier when you told me about this off the show.
Yeah, if you just moved to like Omaha, Nebraska, he'd be like a king.
Yeah, people out here don't care that he had some little weird moment with Donald Glover.
Yeah, he said something mean to an Asian guy or some bullshit. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, we don't care.
Dude.
They don't care here about that, all right?
Dude, it's like literally just everyone wanted to see Clark Griswold.
Well, that's because those people didn't watch Community, I don't think either.
No.
Nobody watches that network.
No one was heartbroken by the Hulu season.
Is that what happened? Did they move to Hulu?
No, sorry, the Yahoo Screen season.
Oh. Okay.
Joel McHale single-handedly ruined jobs for hundreds of people when he got Yahoo Screen removed with his subpar shitball acting.
Wait a second. Explain this to me. What did Joel McHale do?
Nothing. He likes to say he got a streaming service taken down because Community absolutely did bankrupt Yahoo Screen, which was Yahoo's like attempt at a streaming service.
Is that something to brag about? That's like being like, I got a Razzie.
Yeah,
for my movie,
which he probably did. I don't know. It's like you need something to talk about at a cocktail party.
I guess that's true. You know, he's the soup guy, so I can see him making light of.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff. You know,
being the butt of a joke is like that's if you host the soup, you're going. I'm a jokester. Like I'm a clown. Ha ha ha. You really can't make fun of a clown. It's like how you can't parody a comedic movie.
Yeah,
it's like stupid to make fun of a guy who's like beating his own ass.
Well, yeah, if you're doing self-deprecating humor, you have to be able to perform self-deprecating humor. Yes, exactly.
Do we have any clips?
We do have a clip.
Yay!
I'm trying to think of what clip is next, actually, though.
Clit nose. They call me Clit nose.
I had something. Oh well, we'll move on to this next. I got a special video for you that's kind of a deep dive into something cool. But first, we're gonna do an origin story here. We're gonna do something a little different. They do Behind the Meme. There's that famous thing. There's a cool Instagram I'm following now where they're doing origins of meme people. So type in Burger King. Are you guys familiar with the Burger King guy?
Like the autistic guy?
No. This guy was kicked off of an airplane.
Age on a plane. This is Ryan Brewer, and in
Brewer.
2020, he went on a rampage against others on a plane, which caused multiple videos to go viral. Ryan is a diagnosed schizophrenic who has severe mental breakdowns, and in October of 2020, he paid for a one-way trip to Jamaica to meet a woman he found on Facebook
I thought he was like a
and
Charleston
planned to
White
marry.
character.
When Ryan arrived in Jamaica,
But
he
he's
came
not.
empty-handed, as he previously sent the girl on Facebook all his money, only being around $1,000. Which she claimed was for wedding preparations. It became very clear only after Ryan arrived that he was scammed, as he believed he would live with the girl since she told him he could, not knowing she wasn't even real. Ryan was forced to sleep on the beach for several nights, doing anything he could to effectively survive, like trying to find enough money to buy food like Burger King. Eventually, Ryan negotiated a return ticket by contacting
do we have
the
any
U.S.
validation
Embassy.
for this story?
Airport employees reported
I
after
believe
the
this is
event that
actually
Ryan
true.
was sobbing and talking about being heartbroken in order to fly back to the U.S. When he got on the flight, he noticed a woman which resembled the one who had catfished him. He said this caused a mental breakdown in him, leading to the famous video. As of today, Ryan stays out of the spotlight. And this is the most recent video of him from 2021.
Looking good.
Look good, yeah.
But this is why he was wearing the hat, because he was able to finally get some food at Burger King before his flight. He's obviously going through psychosis to recognize a woman and have an argument with her on the airplane. And then I'm sure he was kicked off. Wasn't he kicked off?
What? Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't remember if he actually did get kicked off for using certain language on the plane. I like that video. I never knew that whole story.
Yeah, I'm happy he's,
probably a little more
comfortable.
sane and not as crazy as we all thought.
Yeah,
just a
if
guy
you scam
suffering
people
from
on the
things.
internet. Just walk into put rocks in your pocket, walk into the ocean, dude.
Yes, and because of one, you have one incident, and then you become a poster boy for like racism on one side of the internet, and you have no idea. He has no clue that that's what he's used for.
No, he's no clue. He's trying to eat bologna sandwiches from the Safeway.
And see, this comes back to the recurring theme. Also, you guys, love.
Love.
These men are just looking for love. He was looking for love. Ed Kemper was looking for love. Okay, Louis Mangione was looking for love from the pharmaceutical industry.
It seems like he just really needed some neck.
Yeah.
Seems like that boy just needed neck.
I think he needed more of a backbone.
Yeah, a little bit of a spine.
Yeah, you need more of a spine, Mangione. Oh man, I wish I was a lawyer in that room. I'd love that line, dude.
They took his back. They didn't take his spine. Right? Haha.
It's better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6.
Let me tell you what.
Okay. So, maybe I should lessen up on Mangione after the last reaming I gave him. So, I'm more sympathetic now to his plight.
I mean, I get it's just such a taxi driver lunatic nonsense thing to do. Don't do that.
I still feel
get
the
into
same
politics,
about that.
fucking dumbass. Like, this is politics. Like, no, it's not. Just put on a suit and go to a building. You can get money for fucking lobbying against these assholes. Like, there's a lot of money in it. Go do that.
Yeah, and I know everyone was also expecting Trump, because they asked Trump about it, expecting him to also sympathize or share like good words to him, and he was like, "No, I don't understand the sympathy. I think that's actually a sickness." And I was like, "That's yeah, it is a fuck. You're smart, yes."
Yeah, we don't kill people that we like in it, or just that we disagree with in a democracy.
Yes.
That we don't like just because we hate them. That's stupid.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
On any systemic level, you just don't do it. It's
Yeah,
like,
the most you could do is maybe drive your Hyundai through a dealership window.
yeah, run it back.
Oh,
some dude ran into it.
Yeah, they all ran to the window to go look and had no idea that he was. Oh. Man, he really fucked that diamond cuts up. Whoa. Somebody check in on Ball Street Barbers. Are the guys at Ball Street Barbers, the crew over there, okay? I want to make sure. We need an update. Please comment below if you know what's going on with the Ball Street.
Hey man, if Dominique at
barbershop.
Ball Street Barbers could call us at 7
Davion
at Ball Street Barbers, please give us a call at the number on your screen.
That's a good name, actually, Davion.
Davion? Your great name.
Davion. There's a apostrophe after the D. Davion.
D-A-Y
Yes.
apostrophe I apostrophe O-N.
I like that. Put that up there, Adam. Please put that name
Spell
up
it
there for
out.
me. Spell it out for us, okay?
Davion.
Yes, the letter of the day is D.
Oh, and his little sister
Davion.
Devontae.
Yes, Devontae.
Wow, I feel like I'm in 2003 with this fucking racism.
Yes, we're gonna make a joke about George Foreman's family next.
Man, don't black people have the silliest names?
Yeah, man, don't they name their kids crazy things?
Man, and white people be
Damn,
naming
that's
their
such a
white people
bad
now. They be
trope.
naming their shit. They be naming their kids shit like Book. Like, we get it. You eat pussy.
There, there are comedians who do this. They do these jokes still, and I've seen hecklers confront them about it who are obviously African American and be like, "Why are you making those kind of jokes?" And they have the same excuses. I grew up watching Richard Pryor do it. I'm allowed to do it. And I'm like, he did a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do also.
Yeah, you should try freebasing cocaine.
It's just like, it's not acceptable, you guys, okay? Whether you believe it's right or not, it is not acceptable socially.
Am I right?
No words had to be spoke. I let you pantomime that on purpose. Actually, let's move on to this, by the way. I have something really cool. This is for you, King Tanner. It's something that you'll know a little bit about, and maybe you can debunk this for me. Do you know anything about the chronovisor?
Not off the top of my head, but I can take a
haven't
look
heard of
at
the chronovisor. Apparently, this device was created in the Catholic Church, some of the Pope's people, to look into the past, literally, to visually look into a machine.
Device
Yes.
that propagates a hologram that is so dense that it has the effect of lensing
Tetrahertz wave,
a non-local event into the laboratory, an event from what we would call the past or the future. If you stand away from the hologram, you can see something going on inside this cubical field of light generated from a crystal array in the ceiling that has either happened in the past on some timeline or has happened in the future on some timeline.
So being able to watch the future or the past, was it actually controllable? Could you design what you would see, or was it random?
Well, the chronovisors were still experimental when I was brought into the project officially in fall of 1969, the beginning of my third grade year. And they were trying to just focus the holograms. It was sort of like trying to focus an old-fashioned television image. They were going on the blink a lot. They were kind of wobbling and then blinking out.
Got you.
Now the paradox, or the way in which the chronovisors became time machines was basically as follows. When you stood inside that hologram, in other words, when you stood on the stage of the device and the crystal array was turned on above you with such brilliance that we were actually conditioned in a Pavlovian way not to look up at the light, because they knew we would be rendered completely blind for life. We would be blinded. It was so blindingly brilliant of a light. But so we were trained not to look up.
Shit.
I now have 2,700 vision, so maybe my visual cortex was damaged by the chronovisors. But the way in which it became a time machine was that when we were standing in the hologram, we instantaneously went to that event scenario on either this timeline or another one that was being tuned in by the chronovisor. But when they were training us for the chronovisor, they were somewhat...
I'm sorry, question. Was it stable?
That's what crystals do.
Was it stable? By that I mean, you can imagine something like this. If it moved, shifted, or did anything wrong, you'd be in trouble.
Very sci-fi movie-ish.
Right.
Yeah,
when they turned it off, it would go randomly through different time-space images, like a psychedelic short feature.
And like, it's
when
amazing that they can
it,
see to a place
could operate it on a
2,000
standing
miles
basis
away from where
and
they
send
are,
us to specific
that far in the
periods
past
of time.
too.
For
Like, we have to
example,
be in the location.
I spent much of the first half of the summer of 1971 in New Mexico.
Because I doubt that being in the Catholic Church, being in the monastery, that Jesus was there.
Yeah, and it's like, the Catholic Church has done some legitimately weird looks into like scrying. Queen Elizabeth had John Dee, who like pioneered crystal ball gazing and scrying. And so he could be just going off of that horse shit.
That whole looking into
angel magic,
the Palantir, and
Enochian stuff, Enochian magic.
Because there's another guy too that doesn't drop his bullshit. The guy that created it, well, apparently it was two guys, I guess, and his whole life he maintained that it was real and that he did work on it and build it with another guy forever until he died. There's some paperwork. I looked a little bit into it. Because it's just interesting. It's obviously like that's total bullshit. I think so.
Yeah, me too.
I think the coronavirus. I think it's a cool concept, and this whole thing about like dark agendas that the church has.
Yeah,
it's really kind of tickle my fancy a little bit. Them looking into time travel, like what do they care that much about time travel? If not for nefarious reasons.
There's some interesting look into like the future of holograms with like there's some company, I don't think I can find it right now, but just about like basically trying to generate terahertz waves so you could have completely three-dimensional fucking holograms. And I don't think this video will get into it, but
yes, this is just a little visual for you guys here.
Some visual aids.
The equations here for you. It's a virtual blackboard on the back behind us. Okay, think of it like that. No, I didn't do physics too much either. So, the light stuff goes way over my head. All right, guys, holographic stuff, holograms.
It's all waves.
Okay. The only thing I know about holograms is stickers. Okay, we have hologram stickers.
We have stickers. Go to the fucking Streamlabs. Go to Strumlabs.
Yeah, Strumlabs.
Go to Gloobs. Go to Glubs.
Strumlumps.
Go to Gloogly Gloops. Do we have any clips we want to hit it? We want to hit some clips.
Yeah, we've got I've got a video in here called Beyond Scared Straight.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I actually don't remember what this clip is, so this is like a mystery clip for all of us. So Beyond Scared Straight. You've seen Scared Straight, right?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Scared Straight too. I'm sure there's some joke in here with this that I don't remember.
I just remember this being a slightly more intense version of the program, actually. I could be wrong.
What the fuck you doing, little nigga?
I'll do some debunking here.
Breathe in and tuck your fucking chain in, boy. You better tuck your motherfucking chain in. Hey, man. Bring your chain out, dog. Bring your chain out. Oh, you a king, brother. The fuck you doing, little nigga?
I just realized that that's Godfrey.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the context in this clip. I'm sure I had some
hilarious.
idea joke in there, and I don't remember what it is.
We're just going to play his Comedy Central Presents special from like 93.
Dude, what an interesting intro that would be. Remember they'd have little weird scenes that they do? Yeah, that would be backstage, and there's some argument. They're like
arguing with your mom.
They're
or some
coming
shit.
to this. They're trying to get to the show, and then they get to the show at the beginning of it. Or they're in a fight backstage. It should start with Godfrey's in prison doing Scared Straight, and then they're like, you're going on.
5.
Yeah, they bring him into the yard, but he goes through a door, and it's actually the club. That's kind of smart. I think that's fun.
We should do that.
I'd play to that.
We should.
Godfrey, you should play.
Miss Pat, do you have a
the
director for your
prisoner.
next special?
That's a great idea.
She's done time.
We need to do some of those brainstorming ideas for comedians like that.
Well, you know, if you're near a comedian and they have money in their pocket, they'll buy a good idea off of you if you need a sandwich money.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Forget comedians. Let's do it for like businesses, actual brand stores.
Yeah.
Let's start doing.
You just want to start an ad agency?
Let's bring these crazy ideas of comedy to businesses. How about supermarkets?
I think we should because frankly,
supermarket. I've got a spot here for an advertisement. Maybe we could use this as an example. You want to check it out?
Let's do it. What do we got?
Type in Australian. This is from Australia, by the way. I'm not familiar with these supermarkets.
So you want to use this as the template for our new business?
Well, let's see how they do it down there.
Oh, for sure.
Let's see how they do funny commercials down there.
Tree Point can't believe the specials. After giving himself a cool, refreshing yogurting, just $2, he sachets back to check out the monster drink fridge, but has difficulty with the door. Then a cheeky dance with the Frito-Lay display as he roams around the chips section. All half price this week at Coles. Terry Tree Point is loving it, and the fans love him. With a celebratory pat on the back from staff, he heads to the fruit and vegetable section. Terry tries the tenderness of trust tomato tomatoes, and the freshest taste of Queensland bananas, down to $3 a kilo. Taste those
God,
organic
look
seedless
at the
grapes,
comments.
just
Look at the
$3 a
comments.
kilo. Lettuce leaves, also a super hot price. So hot, you could work up a sweat. Oh, Terry. Roma tomatoes, down to $1.37 a kilo.
Yes, so I like that they took this real video of that guy tripping out in the store and they put it to a real ad. I believe, or well, sort of like a real ad. I want to cross those. I think they stumbled into some territory here that is very funny and creative and I don't know. I think that's some next level stuff.
It reminds me of Homeless TV.
What is Homeless TV?
It was this idea we had pitching around where we wanted to pay. We just wanted to give streaming setups to homeless people, and then have them, and then people could super chat them in. And basically, it's like, you know
what? We do that, but let's take it a step further because of liability and like money. Why don't we handle the things for them and we just point the camera at them? We hold all the equipment and we just say, "Yo, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. This camera. Communicate with the camera, and they're gonna talk to you." I think that's a great idea. I think that's really special.
I think it could.
That's kind of interesting because then you go into these encampments that they're at, and you see what's going on in there, and there's like drama. You could cut it up like Under the Deck or whatever that boat show is.
So what do you do when the 8 homeless people find a camera on you?
Well, this is what it'll be. A couple of us, and they'll know what the deal is, and
we'll
that's a lot less dangerous, I think, to be honest.
Frankly,
they're just giving this equipment to people.
I would put it in an OtterBox.
Under the trust, yeah, OtterBox.
It's just the first 10 minutes of every episode is just it getting sold for heroin.
I've super glued Apple tags into the inside of the frame of all of the electronics.
That's what it would be, yeah. We'd be pinging them constantly.
Yes, they're just going to go from Hobo TV into us on a scavenger hunt to find
well, then the chat could,
electronics.
Pay to gang stalk them.
That's kind of interesting. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like bum? What'd you call it?
Homeless TV.
Homeless TV.
Okay. The most upsetting name I could think of at the time.
Hobo TV.
Hobo TV.
Shorten it up. Hobo TV.
Bum TV is just
TV.
the meanest sounding thing ever. Yeah.
Bum TV.
Bum.
It's like bum. It's on the track of bum fights, but
it's worse. It's morally more objectionable because you could intervene, but you're not.
And you know what? If they donated, we'd have to like give them some of the money.
Most of it, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Unless we make them sign a contract.
There's no incentive to do this unless you can tip them out of homelessness.
We pay them in walking tacos.
The first 3 months, it's all walking tacos.
Dude, yeah. And then we'll switch to Cool Ranch Doritos for walking tacos. If you guys do well this season.
We can make Homeless TV a reality.
Yes. We might all go eat at Golden Corral. Okay? We might all go do that. If you guys, we'll have a pizza party. I think we could leverage food, and we could have
leverage food.
We could have them sign a contract.
We're gonna get a fucking lawsuit from the ACLU, dude.
No way.
Absolutely, we will.
If the guy from Bun Fights didn't get
they went to jail. They all went to jail.
I think there's
Before
a way.
the Girls Gone Wild guy did.
I think there's a way. I'm incriminating myself on this podcast episode. The
censor stuff. Just Adam, just a few things. Clip around some things, but make it look fun.
This is the beginning to Minority Report, the thought crime.
Yeah.
Before they're committed.
No, this is conspiracy. We're in the room together.
Conspiracy. If I'm sharing it with the world on YouTube, is it really a conspiracy? Remember,
more
guys,
so.
This is all for entertainment. Okay, this is satirical.
If it becomes conspiracy when you talk about it with the second person, if you talk about it with 400 people.
When you confront me and accuse me of conspiracy, do you like the wry smile that wipes across my face? I see dollar signs and I start turning red.
I'm like, you're just watching like The People versus Larry Flint in your head. You're like, controversy.
Yeah, yes. I'm just like Woody Harrelson in that movie.
We should stir up some controversies. We found out a friend of ours might not be murdered.
Yeah, he might be alive.
He might be alive.
That's some unsolved mysteries, dude. If we could probably unsolved mysteries that.
No, yeah, because if he hasn't been reported missing, we could report him missing, and we get a call about it in probably 3 days.
I'm sure we've got evidence that even occurred. Like us being convinced this
Yeah.
stuff and this whole narrative, because it goes a lot deeper.
I mean, there's
too.
some emotional trauma.
I
wrapped
did a
up in
whole
this case,
podcast
man.
with somebody about it.
Yeah.
I did an entire hour about and other conspiracies surrounding it too.
Like the fact that his address is listed as being worth $95 million.
Whoa. I thought he lived in like an apartment or something.
That's what I did. Well, he does ostensibly, but I looked up his name, and there's this other address his name is tied to. His full name is tied to. Which is $95 million is the last sale price.
The parents. I got to say his parents or something.
But it's got to be. But that's insane.
Because I know that they helped him out a lot, and like he had to go to like a wilderness program or whatnot, and like your family's got to have money to put you through those things too. So I'm just putting that together in my head, though. That could be, what that address is. Maybe we'll have to do a deeper dive on it. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" But
it's like, well, yeah, we had a friend that we were just told was murdered.
yeah, we were doing podcast stuff with him. Like he was on our Kill Podcasters network that we were doing.
Yeah,
and then he just kind of dropped off. He was doing what was his channel called? The 5 minute.
It was Felonious Films.
Felonious Films, and he did this 5-minute news segment.
That was 5-minute news hour. Yeah,
really good. It was really, really good. Like really good. And so I was obviously excited to work with him. And we all got close over the internet, and then he dropped off and disappeared.
Yeah, and I was told it wasn't a drug overdose. I was told that people talked to police at the apartment. It doesn't seem to be any of that's true.
Yes, somebody saw the crime scene tape.
Yeah, I was told
on
that.
The door had been broken into. It was like a home invasion.
Yes,
killing.
I was given a lot of details that would have been reported in a news report.
Absolutely, which was also some of the controversy, because when I did that podcast, we were like, man, it's weird that there's anything about this anywhere.
It's just playing us, man, like a fucking fiddle. So, I suppose not the dead man in question.
Somebody playing some fucking weird Da Vinci Code, Dan Brown games with.
Yeah,
that's what I said earlier. Yeah, we don't need to crack the Da Vinci Code to work with you guys, okay?
Yeah, it's
don't make us do that, all right?
It was weird. It's because that's the thing. It's like it could have just been that he like relapsed or
bro. If you want to, if you work with us and you want to relapse and drop off, that's fine. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just fucking say that, dude.
Give us some
you're
notice.
You're allowed to drop off and be whatever person you want to be. Okay?
It never.
I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not your dad. I'm not gonna get mad at you for being like, I just don't want to work on this.
No, well, it's just and it makes me wonder if it's just like they got into like a fucking verbal altercation.
Oh, it could have been a totally different story.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what happened with Jeremy and Kyle. I imagine. I don't think they just magically they got told by Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer they weren't allowed to play with their comedian friends. That's weird.
Yeah, no,
they would never do that, as far as I understand them as people.
No, and there was some weird stuff with those guys and our friend from that podcast that disappeared too.
Yeah,
very weird stuff.
Very weird stuff all around.
Yeah, maybe let's
put together a little investigation.
Yeah.
KPN investigates, because I was getting phone calls from politics douchebags, and I was getting cajoled out of money, and it was all weird, and
now everyone has disappeared.
Everybody,
all of that shit disappeared magically. And I did notice like a big chunk of people just on both of our ends just disappeared.
Gone, yeah.
And it was like months later. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was like, what the and I can't tell who. Also, like I'm like trying to like there's some people I'm for sure of, but like there's some fuckery happening.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know if there was some weird gay op or...
Which is strange to me, too, because we're not that intense and we're not that crazy, and, like, we don't have that much drama going on.
Not really, no. I mean, everyone pretty much just went to work.
Like, in our private lives, like, me and Tanner, like...
Well, yeah, no, and we're not, like, fucking weirdos. It's like we like movies and work.
Yeah, this is, like, the most out there kind of stuff that we do.
This really is the craziest shit we do. We don't drink. We don't really do drugs. We don't... Like, I have a med card for my state.
Yeah,
that's about as wild as it gets over here.
So people doing these things, these like
it's crazy.
I don't know, Mission Impossible, like the Man from U.N.C.L.E. kind of weird obstacles. You know, it's
Machiavellian tactics.
Yeah, that stuff's strange to me, and I don't know like why people put that on or what their agenda is. But you know,
it's weird. It's weird to have a fucking agenda.
Well, we're not connected to anything.
Not even.
Like, we have no.
Like I don't even know Emmett's politics.
Yeah,
we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
I save everybody by not talking about that.
Yes,
you know?
we just hang out.
So it's also what we're trying to say is like we don't even understand why
anything happened,
Yes.
especially at Kill Podcasters. I actually
Exactly.
don't know what happened there. As far as I know, there was an executive order from Emperor Douchebag himself, just being like, anyone who talks to these people can't work on this project. And then that project, Hypersigil, completely vanished, even though they were working on it for like 3 months after I left.
Which is weird too, because it's like you only do that if somebody knows something, and you want them alienated. But like we didn't know anything.
We didn't know
that's
anything.
like detrimental to anything at all. You know.
No, nothing I would share.
None of the stuff we do or production is like the biggest secrets in the world that we can't reveal to anybody. You know what I mean? Like
No, we just made videos with our friends and podcasts, and it was fun.
I've showed up just to do this stuff, and then like all that stuff goes on, and I'm like, what is fucking going on, you guys? Like
This is the excuse me. This is like the most involved we are at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're talking. I like that we're talking like shop drama.
Yeah, a little
behind
bit.
the
It's
scenes,
nice.
too. I like that. Yeah, if you made it this deep in the episode, then you know you're obviously a fan. You know about some of this stuff.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Park this at the credits or whatever the fuck.
So you know, men are just looking for love. Go easier on the whole message of the show. The letter of the day was D for Davion. The only hope I see, okay, it's not Mangione, okay. It's not going to be corporate murder like that. No, entertainment shadiness and entertainment business shadiness. My only hope for the future is Kenneth Copeland.
Oh, he's gonna guide us into Christ's arms.
Yeah, you probably never thought I'd say that, but I want you to type in Kenneth Copeland.
No, I'm happy you found the light, brother.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's all that matters is that I found Jesus Christ, and Kenneth Copeland showed the way for me.
It'd be really funny if Kenneth Copeland was how you found Christ.
It was this clip. I was able to look past the blood ritual stuff that he's been talking.
That shit was creepy.
Oh, I've changed my mind.
Bind you, Satan, in the name of Jesus.
This is like the Carmen yeah, dude. For Christ.
For Christ. Spirit to Sanctum.
Spirit to Sanctum. Dude, that was...
Yes, Kenneth Copeland versus Satan Team 6.
Jesus Christ,
No,
dude.
I'm not sure what that's from, but
this
I
is
love that.
amazing. We have to do a commentary over this nonsense.
Yeah, Letters from St. Paul. Shout out to Letters from St. Paul on Instagram, by the way. I love that edit. I'd love to see that video. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
we can.
it's from, but-
I'm pretty sure his IMDb is pretty slim, other than 9,000 episodes of the 700 Club.
Yeah, this has to be some sort of movie that he put together for TBN or whatever his private production company is.
Did we hit enough clips?
I think we did. All right, everybody.
Oh no, I was just asking.
Yeah. I think we hit enough notes. Unless you want to watch something else, but
No, it's good.
we
We
got
need
some
to be
other
on
stuff going on.
standby for another engagement we have.
Yes, we're gonna be doing commentaries. So.
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
movie commentaries on. We could be posting those on the Piss magazine.
No, I think they need a home. I think they might live on the American Deathcamp. They can help out with. They're funny.
Yeah, there's gonna be some movie commentaries. That's actually a great idea. I like that a lot. So, all right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like this video, share it, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Go to our Patreon. It's $1. Okay, get the Patreon. It's tons of extra content. There's going to be more stuff. There's streams you haven't seen on there. There's prank calls you haven't heard. There's all kinds of stuff. Okay, go to our Scoops. American Deathcamp is Scoops with a Z. Okay, it's like TikTok, but it's better. Okay, they're getting rid of TikTok. You're gonna have to get Scoops here soon. All right, guys, and then follow us on Instagram too @StoneFoxDetroit. What's your Twitter? By the way?
I'm at Sex Punching.
At Sex Punching. Are you really?
Yes, I changed it.
Okay, at Sex Punching. That's a good podcast, by the way.
Yeah,
Sex Punching.
All hits, baby.
That's a pretty good name.
You can take one URL, I grow two URLs stronger.
Yeah, Piss Magazine is evolving into Sex Punching.
Sex Punching.
It's a little more subtle, actually. I kind of like the ring of that.
Yeah.
You know? There's a sport, by the way.
Sex
punching. Yeah.
Fuck boxing.
The world championships of sex punching. You're beating the clit.
She was riding me like, whoa. Like.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
But I love you more.
Yeah, he loves you more.